Oh, I have one more question for Kent. Well, and both of the boys, or the sets of boys, basically did a lot of sports. And was that, especially though, you did hockey, and then eventually you ended up with golf and the basketball, the football, everything. Was that a good thing?
Great thing.
Yeah. Because even the sportscasters talk about that was probably
I get very upset at these junior high guys that think kids need to start specializing and spending all their time in one sport. I would recommend that if you're in a school like that, if you want to go somewhere else, that'd be great. Because I recommend they play everything they want to play. Because if you really stop and think about it, they need to enjoy what they're playing, because a very small percentage will either play in college. So in junior high and high school, I think, it's a sport and they need to learn. It needs to be serious, but they still, it needs to be something that they enjoy.
Have you ever seen a burnout? And was Sam ever burned out, or did he just go after everything with gusto?
No, and at least in my opinion, the reason he didn't, because as soon as he'd get tired of one sport, there'd be another one. And then he'd do that several months, and there'd be another one.
What about you, Tommy? Did you see that as far as, when did they start specializing? Because eventually they narrowed it down to, in your case, basketball.
Right. Taylor's, after his sophomore year of playing football, and that was the year that we were beaten in the first round of state, and he felt like it was, if he had been out there more, that he would have made a difference. So that's when he decided he wasn't going to play football anymore. He was going to concentrate on basketball. And Blake, even though he won't admit it, but he looks up to his brother a lot. And a lot of times, something that Taylor has done, a little time later, Blake's going to do pretty close to the same thing, very similar. So after Blake's ninth grade year, he decided, well, Dad, I think I'm going to concentrate on basketball. I say, now, so did somebody influence you to do this? No, it's my idea. Oh, okay, all right, it's cool, no problem. So, but anyway, that's when they decided to go ahead and concentrate on basketball only. But and to me, I really wanted them to continue to play football. Because, see, they were already playing summer basketball with the AAU teams and the Nike teams, and I just wanted them to have a break in there. So, and what made it so bad, they were both pretty good wide receivers. Golly, they had great hands and just ran good patterns. So, and tall, yeah. So, but I don't know. I wasn't going to force them to do it. So when they made up their mind, I said, okay, that's fine. But I would have really liked for them to play football a little bit more, or maybe even finish out their high school career playing football. Because I didn't want to just think basketball. And even though I was a basketball coach, I still didn't want them just to play one sport, unless that's what they truly wanted.
Yeah, and now obviously, I agree with that. If it's the boy's choice, that's fine. But if you got some coach trying to influence in that direction, that just drives me crazy.
When did Sam start golf?
I think my dad probably had him out playing at about 3 or 4. He had his first hole-in-one at 10, and had probably 3 hole-in-ones by 16, 17, somewhere like that. Heck, I've never had one.
I have a quick question. Besides the sports, were they in any other activities? Did you have them in the instruments?
From about grade 5 through 8, Sam played the cello.
Cool. Taylor was played guitar for 3.5 years, and Blake was a drummer. We were happy. Yeah, we were happy when he gave it up because we made him set his drum set in his bedroom. So, and that way we could close the doors. Because, I mean, it's not like he was bad. It's just that they are loud. Yeah. It's not like any other, well, other instruments are loud too. But so anyway, they would, and then one of the fun things they had, they gave us a concert. So that was fun. That's the kind of stuff they used to do. They would put on little plays and even invented a dance. Well, they didn't really invent it. They copied certain things and put it together. They choreographed it. But they used to do things like that and have fun.